Rausch Games!
Hello, guys. Welcome back to Rausch Games here on YouTube. More importantly, welcome back to a channel update video. Now, it's been a little while, and I was on vacation last week, so no videos came up, and I figured usually when there's a slowdown, I like to come back and start off with a little bit of an update video. Wow, these are completely noise canceling. I can't hear myself talk. All right. So I was on vacation last week. It was awesome. I was down in Orlando, Florida with my girlfriend and her mom and dad, and it was a really good time. Stayed in a resort, pretty much like a senior citizens retirement condo place, and we just ran the place. It was great. We worked out a lot together. We did this big, awesome 25-mile bike ride through swamp country. I worked out in the gym there a lot, and I was kind of like live tweeting the whole thing. Twitter.com/RauschGames. But you know this, you just refuse to follow anyway because you're weird and don't like being social. It's okay, we can do it this way. Went to Universal Islands of Adventure, which is great. There were a few people that I tweeted this to, but I went to Florida for my senior trip when I graduated high school back in 2005, this spring. That was when we went. It was like 2 weeks or something before graduation. And we get down there, and our first day is in the Epcot Center. And me and my friends were like, oh, we're hungry. So we went to the German section and we ate some kind of weird sausage, before I had a real tolerance for food. And my buddy and I both ended up getting food poisoning from it. Now, my class was really notorious for being heavy alcoholics at that time. I was not. I didn't call myself straight edge, but I just didn't do anything. I was everybody's like designated driver and all that stuff in high school. But the next day after we arrived and had developed this food poisoning where we're both just waking up and puking, that's the day that they decided we're going to go to Islands of Adventure, and the one place where you can ride real rides the whole week. Otherwise, it's all little kiddie stuff and luau's that they had planned for us. So they wouldn't let us stay in the hotel because over that one night, 3 kids had already been put back on a plane by themselves and sent home because they were caught drinking in the hotel we were staying in. It was really, really dumb. So they make us get on the bus and go to the park. And my buddy Greg rebounded pretty quickly. I did not. And I remember I got off the bus, I walked through the parking lot and everything, and I remember walking up to the entrance to Islands of Adventure and walking past the first few shops, and I must have just been pale as a ghost because one of the coordinators of the trip, one of our religion teachers from my Catholic high school that I went to, he was like, oh, Mr. Rauscher, you look really, really sick. Are you okay? I'm kind of not feeling that great, Mr. C. I've been sick all morning. Well, we can't let you go back. We have to keep everybody here and keep a tight perimeter. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just go try to have fun. And I ended up just walking away and falling asleep on a bench underneath the Incredible Hulk roller coaster for the next 6 hours that we were at the park. And a bunch of my friends actually had to find me there and tell me that the bus was leaving later in the day. I had this crazy Two-Face looking sunburn because there was a tree that was shading half of my face. I don't even know how I slept right underneath the roller coaster. It was on a bench on a little bit of a patio that goes out over the lake right under the first drop of the coaster where everybody's yelling and it's going its fastest. So I didn't have fond memories of this park because they made me sleep there when I was sick. So when we got to go, my girlfriend and her family and everything, we had so much fun. It was great. If you guys have never been, go. Please, for the love of God, it's wonderful. We rode everything we could, and I have a crippling fear of heights. One day I'll tell you a story about the awesome time my girlfriend and I went on a treetop ropes course up in the mountains near our house, and I got stuck on an obstacle 40 feet in the air and had an epic hissy fit. But I was always terrified of roller coasters, and I didn't get out of it until about the time I turned 16 years old. And then I went on this great binge where I rode every one of them that I could, and then I just stopped, and I haven't been on one in years. So we got in every line we could, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be great every time we walked into one, whether it was the Dragon Challenge in Harry Potter World, or the 3D tour of Hogwarts, or the Incredible Hulk, or whatever. Every ride I got on, I'm walking in all confident, and then we get up to the point where the chairs come in, and then you're loading in, and the strap comes down, and I'm just clammed up. Everything's clenched, my jaw's clenched, my girlfriend's next to me are you okay? Well, yeah, yeah. And then you go up the clink, 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 clink of the hill, and then as soon as the first drop got over with, I loved every minute of it. I love the flips, I love the corkscrews, I love G-forces, I just hate being very high up. But for some odd reason, my favorite kind of roller coaster is the inverted feet dangly dealy, where I love that. It just feels so cool to feel your legs swaying with the wind when you're up there. I don't know. But yeah, we rode everything. It was great. Harry Potter world is excellent if you're a Harry Potter geek, and finally getting to ride the Incredible Hulk, unbelievable. Easily my new favorite roller coaster. That thing is friggin' terrifying. Really, really fast, and like out over a body of water, so it just kind of looks dangerous, but beautiful views and really a lot of fun. After I, stopped hyperventilating, it was a really good time. But we did all kinds of stuff like that. We went to Epcot, my girlfriend and I just drank around the whole park and watched the fireworks and had a really nice day. But now we're back home, and that means I am back to making videos. As soon as I got home, I put together my NXT video that I uploaded yesterday, actually. I'm recording this on Sunday night. It should go up 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that went up right away. Unfortunately, that is something that I had set to go up the week that I was in Florida, as well as 2 FIFA videos. But as per usual, some technical difficulties prevented that from happening. This FIFA series, I don't know why, but data keeps disappearing from my computer, whether it's corrupting within Premiere Pro or the episode that I owe you guys, the video for it, gone! The video file is nowhere to be found. I had a folder saved for the video and the audio. It's the way that I record, I let everything render, put them together, and then save them in a folder labeled for that episode before I import that to Premiere Pro. So I just go one at a time, and this, and then this, and then this. I opened that folder up, and all I had was the audio, my voice, the recording. So I didn't have time to address that before I got on a plane to Florida, and then not putting that one up first kind of put everything out of sequence. So even though I had the WWE video saved and ready to go, between that and the fact that I had no Wi-Fi in Florida at all, the stupid resort was going to charge you extra for it. I was really pissed off about that. But unfortunately, we had to go the whole week without a video, so I do apologize, but I gave you NXT as soon as I got back, and now this week, we're going to move right back into our regular schedule. And what I want to do in these channel update videos from now on is, aside from telling you a story about my life and how things are going, I also want to talk about each of the series I have going on and just kind of what's coming up, what's been going on with them. So first off, we've got Starbound on Monday, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot. I've missed 2 Mondays in the last month, with whether, just not being here or my computer being dead or whatever. And frankly, that's just a series that I don't feel has much traction right now. I know there are a few of you that watch my videos that really, really like the game Starbound. For me, it's tough to put a lot of passion into those videos now because the game itself isn't finished and there's not really a goal that I'm striving for other than beat this boss, then beat this boss, then beat this boss, then beat this boss. And I don't want to just give all that away either. I don't like my channel to be that linear. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the way that I like to make videos is to go into a game that's a bit more open-ended and kind of create my own rules to play by, or just play sports, because sports become open-ended. I mean, that's why I love sports games, because as you move ahead in time, these people that have never existed before come into the draft class. They're auto-generated by the game, and it's great. No one has the same team twice. But anyway, Starbound right now, while it is wide open, is super grindy out in the open. You have to get this ore, you have to get this ore. And I'm trying not to put all that on camera, but half the time that's all I'm recording because it's all I'm doing. So I've been thinking about putting that game on hold or just slowing down the frequency with which I upload it. Maybe only do a video for it every time they update it, which they do quite frequently. I am going to put up a video this week because they have a lot of cool Valentine's Day stuff that I get to play around with now. They're always late to the holidays. That's why I like this game. It's kind of fun. It lets you hold on a little bit longer. But I think that I am eventually going to put that on hold, probably sooner than later, because I do have a backlog of games, whether they're Steam codes or other console games that I do have ideas for playing by my own rules, and I kind of want to share those with you guys as well. I just don't have another day in my week that I can do it on. I have to really stick to this Monday through Friday thing if I can even manage that. So unless any of you has a very strong objection, I'm probably going to be replacing that next week and only bringing back Starbound as new updates to the game itself come out, just to kind of show off what's new, what's going on. If I find something cool, I'll do a small video about it here and there, but it's tough to create a story and then to see that, after 2 weeks, 23 people have watched it. I mean, I have a small channel, and getting 100 views on a video ever is awesome for me. But when it stops at 23 and stays there, we're talking about my old Minecraft videos, and it's tough to want to keep doing that when you know that people aren't watching. It's just yelling down a hallway and just hearing your own echo pretty much. So you guys let me know. That's probably going to be going though, unless, you know, one of you makes a very, very strong case against getting rid of it. But games that I do want to play in place of that on Monday nights, non-sports games, I have a really cool series idea for XCOM Enemy Unknown. I have permission to play a game called Saturday Morning RPG that I have on Steam that I also have codes to give away if we get into that. That's really cool. It's an RPG, but it's, I don't know if you haven't seen it before. It's like a 2D RPG using really cool old school 80s cliches like G.I. Joe, Back to the Future, all kinds of really cool stuff like that. Like when you go to the main menu, instead of it just being like a scroll or something like it is in an RPG, you're opening up a Trapper Keeper. And I was born in the 80s, and I think that's really neat. So I really want to play that one. One of my friends actually gifted me a code for FTL, Faster Than Light, and I think that would be good for at least like a video or two to get one playthrough on it. And frankly, I know I just talked kind of crappy about him a few seconds ago, but I miss making Minecraft videos. I really do, and I think my computer can handle single player videos. With, you know, if I have to open Skype and have to deal with someone else's server, my setup tends to make that kind of choppy and bad. So, but I missed just that, like when I used to do them on Thursday nights after work, and that was like my let's talk, let's tell stories kind of time, and just spend a half hour doing that. So there are plenty of ideas, not sports related, that can fill a Monday night slot. Think about what you might want to see and let me know. Just keep in mind, I'm broke. I have no money to my name. I'm not buying a new game just to play there. I have plenty of things, plenty of games. So we're not going that far. I'm like, oh, you should play Grand Theft Auto 5. Nope. So that's that. Tuesday and Thursday will still be WWE Universe Mode uploads. And that, I mean, if you guys are subscribed to me, that's probably why you're here. That is not changing at all. That is the series I am most excited about. I feel like that is the series that you guys like the most that I put up here, and I'm really just happy about it. The views have kind of, you know, slowed down a little bit, but I'm not hawking for stats on that series at all. I am just excited that you guys take the time out of your day to tweet at me or private message me on YouTube or comment on the videos telling me that you love my universe mode. With all the people out there that play WWE games and put them up on YouTube, for you to take time out of your day and tell me that for my little crappily edited universe mode, that means the world. My headphone. And I'm definitely keeping that going as long as I possibly can. Just a little update on that series. We are coming up, we're in the last week of the month of May on the calendar. I can't believe we haven't gotten farther yet, but we will have, at the end of this week in the game, we'll have our NXT Over the Limit pay-per-view. Sorry, we're in the second to last week. There we go. Next week will be the last week. It's going to get confusing because it's not really next week in real life. You know, if you follow the series, you know. And then we'll have the real WWE Over the Limit pay-per-view, and we're still kind of finalizing all that stuff. But then when we get into the month of June, that's where all the really cool stuff is going to happen, guys. King of Trios, I've got things getting set up for it. I'm pretty sure I've got the final bracket, but I don't want to release that until after I finish up the WWE Over the Limit pay-per-view. It's probably going to, on the real calendar, if any of you are fans of college basketball, it's probably going to fall right after like March Madness has reached its peak. So you get another kind of tournament-y thing to look at for about another month and a half, something along those lines, depending on how fast I can get those episodes up for you. But that's coming up. I've got the logo made in the game for it. I've got the bracket set. I just need to create an actual bracket for it. And I'm working on a couple different promotional videos and things that I can use as like commercial breaks in my episodes, so you guys don't just sit there and then, but yeah, that's not going anywhere. I have a lot of fun with that. And then the only other series I have is the State of the Union with FIFA, and that one definitely bears some explanation this evening. As I mentioned, just a lot of technical difficulties in the early going on that series. I'm definitely still doing it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I really do love the FIFA series, and I love playing FIFA a lot more than I thought I would after a couple years away from it, so that's good. And it's not my best series in terms of stats, but I get a lot of people that watch it and have a lot of fun with it. And, you know, it's been probably my most interactive series lately because you guys are all really helpful with, you know, you should try to find this guy, he's a gem, you should try to play this way, try this formation. Really, really good with hints and gameplay. I'm not listening to them all because I am stubborn and I like to play games my way, you know, but at the same time, everything you suggest is completely appreciated because it's already made me better at that game. I mean, I'm already at the point where I'm considering putting the difficulty up from where I'm playing, and I thought that would take a few months. So we are going to have to skip a game in the season. I will notify you of that in the actual video when it goes up. I'll do like a still screen with text or something that just gives you the result, but that video file is gone. There's nothing I can do about it, and I can't replay it and recreate it. That's dumb. It's dumb. It kind of defeats the purpose of the series where it's supposed to be left up to chaos and random and whatever. But I do have the full next 2 episodes recorded. I've got episode number 1 for this week. It's going to be 3 games, my little, highlights of them, whatever, not live commentary. And then I've got that next episode later in the week that'll probably be your Friday upload this week. That one is live commentary where hopefully I say the word soccer a lot and owe the Child's Play charity a lot of money. So far, we're only up to $4. I think I've been too conscious of it. And I'm also thinking that I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I mean, I don't have a lot of it, but, I'm not going to slip up too much either. I mentioned this on Twitter and on Reddit a little while ago, and I'm going to say it here in a video. I think that what we should do with that series is give me a few more buzzwords that I can't say unless I donate $1 to Child's Play at the end of each season in FIFA. So, I can't say soccer in that series now. I have to say footy or football or whatever. But if I say soccer, I put $1 into the pot, and I've done that 4 times on camera so far. I'm also thinking of adding anything else that you guys suggest. Do you guys hear me say something in that series a lot that you think would be worth putting $1 to, that would try to get me away from it? I mean, my early thoughts were like, Jesus Christ, come on, and things like that, because I freak out. I have hissy fits when I don't play well. If you think any of those work, or if you have a suggestion, comment on this video with it. I'm totally open to that, and if I think it's good, I'm going to put it in and we'll add it to that $1 pool. Hopefully by the end of the year, we get a little bit of money together for Child's Play. We just keep going with each season in FIFA. I think that'll be a lot of fun while there's still football to be played. But now that is all out of the way, I do want to record some Starbound while I have a quiet home around me. So I'm going to get right to that. I am going to record that Starbound. We're going to get some good stuff up this week, guys, and we're going to get back on schedule. You, in the meantime, go enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whether it's evening, day, or even Monday morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. You have some fun. I am going to do the same. It's good to be back. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.